Hello everyone, it is Mike here, and welcome to a very special Rumble we have tonight. It's going to be Legends. All Legends. I've never done this. I looked it up. I've done Legends versus, but I've never done like 30 Legends. And we're starting off here, it looks like, with Ricky Morton. I think he's from the Rock and Roll Express. I believe, yeah. Now, I just want to throw in the disclaimer, I'm not familiar with a lot of these people. So I didn't grow up. Half of them were around when I wasn't even alive. So you gotta go easy on me here. And not all of them are legends yet, or they may have been part of other organizations. And Greg Valentine is here. So I couldn't tell you anything about this guy. So I'm not familiar with the 80s. And some of the old school people, even the early 90s people. I just wanted to throw it out there. But I hope you all enjoy it for the people that do know these people more than I do. And I've never done this before. And after I watched The Iron Claw recently, which I thought was a fantastic movie. Just a fantastic film. And after I watched it, it motivated me to do this. So, because the Von Erichs were legendary also. But they're not a part of this because obviously I couldn't download them. But I do have a lot of legends. Some of them are more recently retired. So they might not be in the Hall of Fame yet. I don't know if all these people are in the Hall of Fame. But they're considered legends on the game, or they're already retired now. That's kind of what I went for. Some of these people, I don't even know if they worked with the WWE or not. There's been times where they've had people, I think, on the games that didn't, or they worked with another organization or something. I'm not, like I said, I'm not familiar with all of these, but I'll try to do my best. And Rick Rude is number 4. Rick Rude at number 4. When I hear Ricky Morton, I think of Rick and Morty. I don't know why, but Rick Rude is here. And I'm assuming he's a rude person or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about Rick Rude. I've seen him on multiple games, though, so he's definitely someone that stood out. And I am familiar with Kane. Kane is amazing. And I'm excited to see how far he goes. And Ultimate Warrior is number 5. So Ultimate Warrior coming in at number 5. Of course, he is a legend. And Greg Valentine didn't leave. So Kane, I thought Kane could get him really quick, but maybe I shouldn't underestimate Mr. Valentine. That is one I'm not familiar with at all. I've at least seen some of Rick Rude. I couldn't tell you a lot about him, but not familiar with Valentine. And number 6 is Bret the Hitman Hart, which I'm extremely familiar with. And Greg Valentine's the first one to leave. And I could only use the legends that were available. I didn't have any to download. But maybe that's something I could do for 23. And number 7 is Dusty Rhodes. And I tried to use the highest overall one, so that one had the highest overall compared. There was multiple versions, so I didn't put in multiple versions of the same person. I thought that would kind of be a cop-out, so I used the highest overall usually. And Ultimate Warrior, Rick Rude's still in it. And there goes Ricky. So Ricky's done. I'm not really familiar with the Rock and Roll Express. I think they were far before my time. So I tried to, and Brutus Beefcake is number 8. Hart is about to eliminate himself if he's not careful. What is he doing? And Brutus Beefcake in the house. I love that name. And Kane with the headbutt. I would love to see, wouldn't this be cool to see this in like a real life scenario. That would be awesome. I know some of them aren't around anymore, but still, that would still be a cool thing to see. And the only time you're going to see it is on here. And Roddy Piper's number 9. But I thought I would do this for you all because you all are way more experts on this stuff than I am. I just like doing it because it's fun. And Dusty getting double teamed here. And elimination there. Who was that? I did not see who it was. I lose track of people easy. Was it Greg Valentine? And Batista's here in 2010. No, it was Brutus Beefcake. And Ultimate Warrior trying to eliminate Dusty Rhodes. And Batista slamming Rick Rude. Yeah, Valentine's already finished. Yeah, some of them I'm going to have trouble with. Like, some of them look so unique it doesn't matter. And I'll know who they are. But others, you know, some of the old school guys that I'm not familiar with. And look at wow, Batista's going to take out Ultimate Warrior. Wow. And yeah, I threw Batista in. I know he's retired. I don't know if he's a legend yet or not. But I had to throw him in. I know at the time this probably came out. I don't know if... Yeah, I think he was still done at this time. I don't know what year he retired. But he does movies now, and at first I didn't like some of his movies, but now I think he's really got the hang of it. He's a really good actor. I think he's better than The Rock at acting. So that may be controversial, but that's how I feel. And Razor Ramon is number 11. Kane try to eliminate Razor. I think Kane has, I don't know if he has the most eliminations, but he's up there. I like Kane like that. I don't like bald Kane. And I don't like, you know, obviously I don't like Authority Kane. That is the best version of Kane, by far. If Kane would have stayed like that, he would probably be my all-time favorite. Because I just love that version of Kane. And Bret Hart is done. I mean, that version of Kane just looks so terrifying. It really works. But once he loses the mask, and even the newer mask is not like that. I like this version the best. You know, there's Kane without the mask. Well, there's this Kane and then Kane without the mask. And then the Kane with the half of the mask where you can still see his face, his mouth. But I don't like that mask either. I like the old school Kane. Rock is here. Rick Rude is done. There's so many legends and so, like, I don't know if I should go back and watch this stuff. I kind of know what's going to happen in certain situations, but I don't know if I should go back and watch the old school stuff. Especially from someone who has no idea about certain people. I don't know if I should become more of an expert in the field. I don't think I'll ever, know more than you are on some of these guys. And I think it's just because of the age gap. And Batista's finished, and there goes Dusty Rhodes. So Dusty Rhodes is the next one out. And Razor Ramon has been eliminated. Kane's still in it. And number 13 is Macho Man. It's kind of different doing something like this because usually I don't. Because usually I focus on the creative aspect. But I thought oh, there goes Kane. Come on. And there goes The Rock. So Kane and The Rock done. Wow. That was kind of unexpected very early. I thought Kane would go further, and I wanted him to win it all because, like I said, I love that version of Kane. And Papa Shango is number 14. Macho Man is done. Wow. And I was surprised by Papa. He had like a 77 overall. So I don't know what that's about. I mean, that's kind of low. Was he good? I don't know. With that overall, I'm assuming he wasn't that great. Or maybe just it was something that they made a mistake on. But that's kind of an odd overall to have. But they also said Doink is a legend, so I don't know. I guess it's not all about your how many championships you win or how many matches you win. I guess it's your impact on the company. I guess that plays a role. And Roddy Piper is finished, and Jake Roberts is number 16. Vader in the house. Jake Roberts. I've seen Vader wrestle a couple times. Yeah, maybe I need to go back and watch the old stuff, but I like watching other stuff, you know. I see this enough as it is. And, I don't know. Where would I start is the question. If I wanted to watch the old stuff. Maybe you all can tell me that. And Papa. And at the time I'm doing this, I just watched the Iron Claw, so that was the big motivation for this. And Steve Austin's number 18. Of course, I'm familiar with him. And Triple H, of course, at the time, he's still fighting on when this came out, you know. But now he's officially retired. He's one of my favorites. He's definitely one of my favorites. He's probably in my top 10 easily. Kevin Nash is number 19. Look at Nash here using his elbows. And number 20 is DDP. Some of these guys may still wrestle for other companies, but I'm not for sure. I'm thinking of somebody else. It's not DDP. I think he showed up one time or something as like a cameo. I don't know if he's still in the business. I'm not familiar with him either. I know it stands for Diamond Dallas Page. I do know that. And Vader's been eliminated. And Bam Bam Bigelow is number 21. I know all you old school people are going to love this. So that's why I did it. I kind of feel bad as this goes along because I can't tell you anything about some of these guys. Which is sad, but and Triple H has been eliminated. So I guess I'm not a diehard fan. And oh wow, look at Steve Austin here, and it's Jake Roberts. What a coincidence! Because I am familiar with the origin of Austin 316. I am familiar with that. And 22 is the British Bulldog. British Bulldog coming in at 22. Yeah, I am going to have to do better research. Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you nothing about Bam Bam Bigelow. That's one I don't even have a clue on. And Kurt Angle is number 23. I am very familiar with him. He has one of the greatest entrances ever. And I love how the audience reacts. It's just fantastic. And Nash is done. And Nash, he goes by Nash. He does Diesel, right? And doesn't he have another name? Like, I thought that was confusing. Like, as a kid growing up, and I saw that on one of the games, I was like, what? This is the same person? It was like, and I know that's terrible. And Kurt Angle has been eliminated. And Ricky Steamboat is number 24. I remember when the Nexus attacked him. That was just gold. The Nexus was great. And that was one of my biggest gripes about someone that, a team that should have went further. And Wade Barrett, I think he's fantastic. But it's a shame that they really didn't go nowhere with him. I thought it was a great idea. I think it definitely set up for, like, other teams, for other factions. It was kind of like, I love the Judgment Day. I love the Shield. The Shield's my favorite of all time. And I love Judgment Day, and I love the Blood Money. So, but the Nexus was always the first team that I thought was amazing. But they did not do them right at the end. So, Shawn Michaels is number 25. And the Nexus theme song was amazing. I love that song. I used to listen to it on my phone and just think of this mean team. I would think of my own team because with the episodes and all. And there goes Steve Austin. With the episodes and all, I would think about my own team coming out to that theme song. And Papa is done. So we're getting closer to the end here. And number 26 is Andre. Oh, man. That's a nightmare for number 26. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know if you want him at number 1 here. This is definitely his playground. This is what he does best. And look at poor British Bulldog. Look at this. Wow. Just gets tossed out. And Ric Flair is number 27. Of course, a lot say he's the greatest. Honestly, I think Undertaker is the greatest of all time. That may be controversial to say that. And, I mean, he was part of my generation, but he was also part of other like at least 3 different generations. And, I mean, he is just, I know he doesn't hold the most world titles, but the WrestleMania record, his impact, I think he is the GOAT. But many may disagree with me. Some would say it's Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair or even John Cena. Robert Gibson is number 28. I believe he is from the Rock and Roll Express. And we got Bam Bam Bigelow going after Shawn Michaels. I kind of wish I would have saw his earlier career, because I was there when, DX got rebooted, when they were fighting Spirit Squad. I was watching it around then. And Mr. Perfect is number 29. So who's going to be number 30? Andre just throwing Rick around. Andre's going to be the toughest to get out. And Lex Luger is number 30. Every time I hear that name, I think of Lex Luthor. But it's Luger. And I have to always stop myself and say it's Luger. So we got Mr. Perfect, Robert Gibson, Bam Bam Bigelow, Andre, Lex Luger, Robert Gibson, Shawn Michaels. We got a lot of great talent here. And oh my goodness, so number 30, looks like number 30 is going to get eliminated. Wow, that's a surprise. Well, I never root for number 30. I never root for number 30. I never want number 30 to win. Ever. That is like my golden rule. And Shawn eliminates Mr. Perfect. Robert Gibson could really use some help here. That is not going to be easy to get rid of Andre. And Shawn eliminates Rick. Oh, wow. What are the odds of that? I remember that was such an emotional match. When he said, "I love you," and then he just kicks him in the head. That was great. I remember watching that one. There was a couple of WrestleManias I watched. Another one was when it was Shawn's retirement versus the streak. That was good. I used to have to go to my friend's house to watch Mania. And oh, come on, really? Yeah, in your dreams, Shawn. In your dreams. You would never do that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. So we are down to 2. It is going to be Robert Gibson versus Shawn Michaels. What's the odds of this? I thought Andre would be in the final 2. But a big shocker as Shawn Michaels took him out. We are down to 2. Oh, wow. I like that high flying move. I think it's really cool. And Robert Gibson. We're down to these two. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I thought coming into this, and I don't think I put Taker in this one, which I should have. I'm just shocked at the final two here. And Robert Gibson is going to take it. Wow. If you would have told me he was going to win at the beginning of this, I would have just said, what? I know he's good, but I mean, Andre, really? And like Kane, and I thought they were going to do a lot better than they did. Wow. What a match. What a good, it's good to do different things. We might do something for 23 as well, with the same theme. I think this is a good idea. So yeah, Robert Gibson, congratulations. I didn't think you were going to win, but you're also not going to WrestleMania. I hate to burst your bubble, but sorry. I know this is no different than any of the other Rumbles I do. You're not going. You were like 28. Come on. Don't point at the sign, Robert Gibson. You're not going. You're not. I hope you all enjoyed it, though. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We got a little bit of different kind of Rumble here. Usually we do way different than this. I mean, I have put the legends in on a 15 versus 15, but I've never put them all in. I looked it up, and I have never put all 30 in. Because usually, first of all, I like high overalls. It makes it more challenging to eliminate people, but everyone here had a pretty good overall. So it didn't really matter in the end. But Robert Gibson wins. He's not going to Mania, unfortunately. And I will see you all later. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you.